Witness the most astonishing records in music. The Beatles hold the record for the most #1 hits on the Billboard Hot 100 chart. Michael Jackson's Thriller is the best-selling music video of all time with over 650 million views. Bob Dylan's Highway 61 Revisited is widely considered one of the greatest albums in music history. The Guinness World Record for the longest-running music chart is held by the Billboard Hot 100. Queen's Bohemian Rhapsody is the most streamed song from the 20th century with over 1 billion streams. Elvis Presley is often called the King of Rock and Roll, with over 650 million records sold worldwide. Learn about Sadio Mané's record-breaking 2-minute and 56-second hat-trick for Southampton against Aston Villa in 2015. Sadio Mané scored the quickest hat-trick in EPL history in 2015, playing for Southampton. He achieved this feat in just 2 minutes and 56 seconds against Aston Villa. Mané's record-breaking performance was on the 16th of May 2015 at St Mary's Stadium. The Senegalese winger's goals came in the first, second, and third minutes of the game. Mané's incredible speed and skill helped Southampton win the match 6-1. This record still stands today, making Mané a legend in EPL history. Get a closer look at 3 of the most astonishing bridge collapses caught on camera, including the Silver Bridge disaster in West Virginia, which killed 46 people in 1967. The Silver Bridge in West Virginia was built in 1928 and was deemed structurally deficient in 1965. On the 15th of December 1967, the Silver Bridge suddenly collapsed during rush hour, killing 46 people. The collapse was caused by a single eye-bar failure, which triggered a chain reaction of structural failures. The Silver Bridge disaster led to major changes in bridge safety inspections and regulations across the United States. The I-35W Mississippi River Bridge in Minneapolis collapsed on the 1st of August 2007, killing 13 people and injuring 145. Find out how stars like Anna Wintour, who was fired from her first job at Harper's Bazaar, and Walt Disney, who was fired from a newspaper job, bounced back to success. Anna Wintour was fired from her first job at Harper's Bazaar for being too creative. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job for lacking creativity, ironically. J.K. Rowling was fired from her job as a researcher and bilingual secretary for daydreaming too much. Oprah Winfrey was fired from her first TV job as an anchor for being too emotional on air. Madonna was fired from her job at Dunkin' Donuts for squirting jelly filling at a customer. Steve Jobs was fired from Apple, the company he co-founded, in 1985, but later returned. Revisit the 2014 Sochi Olympics ice dance competition, where Canadian pair Tessa and Scott Moir were initially edged out by American rivals Merrill Davis and Charlie White. Tessa and Scott Moir were the 2010 Olympic ice dance champions and 2014 favorites. Merrill Davis and Charlie White led after the short dance with a 0.5-point advantage over Virtue and Moir. The free dance scores were identical, but Davis and White won gold with a total score of 195.52. Many experts felt Virtue and Moir's free dance was superior, with more complex footwork and better twizzles. The judging panel included several with ties to the American team, sparking controversy and bias claims. In 2016, Virtue and Moir reclaimed their title at the World Championships, defeating Davis and White. Discover the alarming link between ultra-processed foods and mental health, including a 50% increased risk of depression in individuals who consume high amounts of processed foods. Ultra-processed foods make up 60% of the average American's daily calorie intake. These foods contain high amounts of unhealthy ingredients like added sugars, salt, and saturated fats. Consuming high amounts of ultra-processed foods increases the risk of depression by 50%. A 10-year study found that a diet rich in whole foods reduced depression symptoms by 32%. Ultra-processed foods alter the gut microbiome, leading to inflammation and mood disorders. Limiting ultra-processed foods and choosing whole, nutrient-dense foods can improve mental health outcomes. Uncover the brutal reality of the transatlantic slave trade, where millions of enslaved Africans were forced to work on sugar plantations in the Caribbean and Americas, shaping the sugar industry's dark past. In the 16th century, Europeans consumed just 2 pounds of sugar per person per year, sparking a brutal industry. Between 1501 and 1867, over 12 million enslaved Africans were forcibly transported to the Americas, many for sugar production. Sugar plantations in the Caribbean and Americas relied on enslaved labor, with 70% of slaves working on sugar estates. The transatlantic slave trade was fueled by European demand for sugar, with the sweetener becoming a staple in Western diets. Enslaved people were forced to work 18-hour days, 6 days a week, in harsh conditions, with many dying from. Join me as we explore the mysterious Oak Island, where treasure hunters have been searching for the legendary gold and treasure for over 200 years, ever since the Knights Templar supposedly hid their riches there. Oak Island, off Nova Scotia's coast, has been a treasure hunting hotspot for over 200 years. The island's mystery began in 1795, when 3 teenagers discovered a possible treasure map. The Knights Templar are often linked to the island's treasure, but there's no concrete evidence. Many believe the treasure is linked to a 12-foot deep money pit, discovered in 1795. Despite numerous digs, the treasure remains unfound, with many theories about its location. The Oak Island mystery has inspired countless books, TV shows, and movies, captivating audiences worldwide. Join Ninja Warrior competitor Joe Moravsky as he attempts to conquer the infamous Warrior course in the American Ninja Warrior competition, featuring challenging obstacles like the Mega Wall and Salmon Ladder. The American Ninja Warrior competition has been broadcasted in over 160 countries worldwide. Joe Moravsky, a seasoned Ninja Warrior competitor, has completed the course a record 25 times. The Warrior course features 10 obstacles, including the notorious Mega Wall and Salmon Ladder. The Mega Wall stands at an intimidating 14.5 feet tall, requiring immense strength and technique. The Salmon Ladder, a fan favorite, demands precision and agility to ascend its 20 rungs. Only 40 athletes have ever completed the entire Warrior course, making it a rare and elite achievement. Did you know that Olympic swimmers use a special breathing technique called bilateral breathing to conserve energy? Olympic swimmers use bilateral breathing to conserve energy and enhance endurance in the water. This technique involves breathing on both sides, alternating every 2 to 3 strokes to maintain balance. Top swimmers also use streamlining to reduce drag, with their bodies positioned like torpedoes. They focus on powerful pull and push phases when using their arms and legs for propulsion. Olympic swimmers train with fins and paddles to build strength and improve technique simultaneously. By incorporating these techniques, swimmers can shave precious seconds off their competition times.